Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we're live from Denver, Colorado, and there's a thing that they're enforcing here at Frontier, and it's called a sizer. And if your bag don't fit, you don't get. It's got a size, and fortunately, mine fit. I'm in good shape. And these dear ladies are doing their job, and we're live here in Denver, Colorado. Sir, would you like to be on TV with me?
No, thank you, sir.
No, okay. How about you, ma'am? You want to be on? Well, I'm just doing my television show called The Wiley Drake Show. And if you don't mind being on camera, is that your dog? I want to talk to you about your dog. All right? Ladies and gentlemen, you've heard me last week on my show talking about a lady that had a service dog. And she called her service dog a seizure dog because she has a seizure disorder, and she said that when her seizures are coming on, she needs to know it quick, and her dog notifies her. Ma'am, tell me who you are.
My name's
Let's get up close where we can hear you. What's your name?
Kathy.
Kathy. And what's your service dog's name?
Daisy. Daisy.
Daisy. What kind of dog is it? I don't think I've ever.
Sheltie.
A what?
Sheltie.
Chelsea. All right, let's see this. This is a pretty dog. Gorgeous dog. Um, if you don't mind me asking, why do you have a service dog?
She's
What?
a diabetic alert dog.
Oh.
She alerts when my blood sugars drop too low before I pass out.
So she knows before you know,
Yes.
and that's why it works. And ladies and gentlemen, there's something about the human body that when we're going into a seizure, when we're going into diabetic problems, the body exudes a smell, I understand. We don't smell it, but the dogs do. I remember as a kid being brought up in Arkansas, my grandmother people used to say, ask Miss Drake if it's going to rain, because she always knows when it's going to rain. And somebody asked her one time, so how do you know it's going to rain? Said, because my grandson's dog tells me, because he starts running around in the yard 2 or 3 hours before it rains, and then she would predict it was going to rain, and sure enough, it would rain. And she finally gave all the credit to the dog. Well, thank you so much, and let me give you a card, if I can find some of my cards. You can go on the internet, and you'll see yourself on TV. This will be published up there in just a little bit. I'm on my way to Branson. Are you going to Branson? Are you? Do you live in Branson? Springfield. Okay. Are you familiar with the big cross that's going up? Okay, that's why I'm going there. In fact, on Thursday we're gonna be doing a live broadcast from up on the hill with the cross. Some friends of mine are doing a great job there with that cross. And so you live in Springfield. The last time I flew into Branson, somebody was picking me up, and they went to, because y'all have an airport in Springfield too. And they called me and said, where are you, Wiley? I said, I'm here at the airport, ready for you to pick me up. And they said, well, no, you're not here. We're here. And I said, where are you? And they said, well, we're right here in Springfield. I said, that's what's wrong. You're in Springfield. I'm in Branson. I'm sorry? That's right, exactly right. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, you're listening to and watching the Wiley Drake Show, and we're live here in Denver. And it's cold in Denver, but I have a T-shirt at home. I have a T-shirt at home that says 23 below, and I still go. I was here many years ago when they had one of the coldest spells they had ever had. We are at Terminal A, Gate 31, and these are the folks that are lining up, getting ready to go on the flight, getting ready to go to Branson. And we thank the Lord for the opportunity. And we're can't talk to the employees because they have to have permission to do it. But because this is a public place, we're gonna do a little scanning here of the public here at the airport in Denver, Colorado. The weather gets nippy here quite often, and it's already getting a little nippy. I noticed when I was coming down the walkway, I thought, golly, look at all these people with their jackets over their arm. Now I know why. It's cold here in Denver. And it was interesting talking to that lady with the service dog. There are more and more people that are diabetic, that have seizure disorders, and things like that that indeed do rely upon their service animals, animals who let them know when they're about to have a diabetic problem or when they're going to have a seizure problem. The lady was telling me, she said, my dog tells me when my blood sugar is going to a point to where I might pass out. Well, she knows what to do about it and she can correct it, but she needs to be told about it. And that's what her service animal does. Her service animal tells her when she is about to go in to a chemical diabetic reaction. And we are broadcasting to you the Wiley Drake Show live from Denver, Colorado. And I want to ask some Denverites here if I can talk to them, because I have a T-shirt that hangs in my closet. I should have brought it. I've forgotten what year this was. This was back in 90-something. But they had one of the coldest spells here in Denver they had in a long, long time. And there was a company selling T-shirts, and I think the temperature got to 23 below, and the T-shirt said 23 below, and I still go. And we're on our way. As many of you know, I am the chairman of the Congressional Prayer Conference, and we are taking the Congressional Prayer Conference to Washington, D.C. But tonight, we're taking it to Branson, Missouri. In fact, the matter is, some good friends of ours in Branson, Bud and Linda Lynn, have a facility there that is called Chapel Woods. And this is a prayer chapel that they use there for people who run or who walk by, and they indeed are able to go and utilize that chapel. Well, today at about 3:30 Branson time, we're due in there at 2, and if we get there on time and everything, we will get in there. And but we'll be going to the Chapel Woods there in Branson for a evening 3:30 prayer meeting there at Chapel Woods. And if you'd like to watch that, you can watch us on Crusade Radio, listen to, on Crusade Radio, or watch us on Ustream.tv, The Wiley Drake Show. And we'll be doing a live broadcast from there, just as we are live on the street here, if you will, from Denver, Colorado. And they're still unloading the plane here in Denver, and this plane will be prepared and be our chariot to Branson here in a little bit. And we thank the Lord for the opportunity to be here. Want to remind you that we'll be in Branson all week long. We'll be up on the hill where the big cross is going up. We'll be up there on Thursday. Tonight we'll be at Chapel Woods there in Branson, and we're going to be having a great time here in Branson with the Congressional Prayer Conference and with images at the cross. And we are now in Denver, Colorado, in the air terminal. And we're broadcasting to you live, and we thank you for the opportunity to be here. And a lot of folks are collecting now for this flight. It is now it's 10:48 here in Denver. It's 9:48 there in California. But it's 10:48 here in Denver, and it is real nippy outside. They've got the door open here where folks are coming in, and she heard this Californian complaining about cold winds, so she closed the door. All right. How long have you lived in Denver? A long time? No? The reason I was wondering is I was wondering if anybody remembers the year y'all had the big cold snap. What year was that? Do you remember? 1993, I believe. Okay. I have a T-shirt in my closet that says 23 below and I still go. And I believe that was in yeah. This was 23 below, and I believe it was in 1993. But I've gotten older since then, and I've forgotten what year it was. Ladies and gentlemen, we're broadcasting live. We have looks like about 10 minutes left on this show before we terminate the show. We thank you so much for. Boy, I tell you what, I saw that crew on the plane. They were really zipping and going. They were doing it up right, and they're getting our plane ready. This is a plane that has just come in and will shortly just be going out to Branson, Missouri. She's tough. She don't need a coat. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, I want to remind you that tonight we'll be live from Chapel Woods in Branson, Missouri, where we'll be having a meeting of the people in the Branson area, a prayer meeting under the auspices of the Congressional Prayer Conference of Washington, D.C. It's my privilege to serve as that chairman, and I'll be participating in the service, be a part of the Congressional Prayer Conference, and that Congressional Prayer Conference will be at 3:30 Branson time. Now, that's going to be not quite that late in California, but it'll be 3:30 in Branson. That'll be 1:30 in California. So if you folks would like to watch, you can find it on you can listen to it on Crusade Radio. You can also not only listen to it, but you can watch it on the Wiley Drake Show. Now, I'm going to turn the camera around